East Alabama received only a glancing blow from yesterday's ice storm that snarled traffic and closed down much of the northern third of the state.
The coldest weather in over a year has arrived in East Alabama. We'll tell you how cold it's going to get coming up.
Coming up in sports, the Calhoun County Basketball Tournament has been delayed for today, but we have the highlights, scores, and all the action from yesterday. EAN Local News starts now.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Waldrop Manufacturing, metal buildings made right here in Calhoun County.
Hello, we're glad you could join us. I'm Mike Stedham.
And I'm Katie Edwards.
Residents across East Alabama woke up in the deep freeze this morning to find most local roads passable and a few reports of some damage. Local schools were closed in anticipation of travel issues, and many area businesses and government offices delayed their opening by 1 or 2 hours this morning. Garbage collection was suspended for the day in Anniston and Oxford, further reducing the amount of traffic on the roads. A few icy patches, especially on bridges and overpasses, were reported in Calhoun and Cleburne counties, and Oxford's fire department responded to several accidents on Interstate 20 early this morning. Farther to the north, Etowah County reported more road issues, but many of those had improved by mid-morning, especially in the Gadsden area. A major accident on Interstate 20 westbound in Riverside caused problems overnight for anyone trying to drive to Birmingham, and state highway officials worked for hours to de-ice the bridges that span the Coosa River.
When we return, we'll take a look at conditions in Etowah County, which was harder hit by the ice storm.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by WM Grocery, located in Heflin, Wadowee, Roanoke, and in Piedmont.
Interstate 59 served as a dividing line in Etowah County Tuesday morning, separating impassable roads from those that were safe to travel. The Gadsden Etowah County EMA began reporting on social media early Tuesday that many roads in the county were iced and hazardous for travel. By mid-morning, the agency released an official press release announcing that all roads north and west of Interstate 59 were not safe for travel. By noon, the agency reported that US 278 was covered in a solid sheet of ice near the Blount County line, causing 18-wheelers to slip, slide, and block traffic at the base of a hill. At the same time, traffic flowed normally on US 431 through Gadsden all the way up to Nakalula Falls.
Although Calhoun County did not receive as much ice as its northern neighbors, the storm did shut down all of Anniston's non-emergency offices Tuesday, and it postpones tonight's regularly scheduled council meeting until Wednesday at 5 p.m. The Anniston museums and gardens were also closed all day, and they will reopen for normal hours on Wednesday. And as we told you last night, the public warming station at the bridge is currently open, and it will remain open all day and all night through Thursday morning. It will also be open all day and night Saturday, as another cold wave is expected to drop temperatures back into the low teens.
When we come back, we'll tell you about plans being made to cope with tomorrow's extremely cold temperatures.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
This segment of EAN Local News is brought to you by Oxford Lumber. Come visit any of our locations in Oxford, Jacksonville, Talladega, and Roanoke.
Most East Alabama schools have decided to take a 3-hour delay Wednesday morning before starting classes. Calhoun County schools, along with the Oxford and Jacksonville City schools, made that announcement this afternoon. Wednesday morning is expected to be the coldest in years, with single digits possible throughout the area. School officials say they're delaying the start of classes to benefit the health and safety of their students.
Meanwhile, the area's largest employer, the Anniston Army Depot, is also planning to delay the start of its workday until 11 Wednesday morning. According to a statement issued this afternoon, Depot employees will have the option of using unscheduled leave or unscheduled telework. If an employee wishes to report later than 11 or take leave for the remainder of the day, the employee should contact his or her supervisor. The Depot's Child Development Center will open at 10 a.m. and night shift operations will begin at the regularly scheduled time.
So things happened about the way John Holder's been telling us they were going to happen.
They certainly did. And we just want to remind everybody too, you still need to bring those pets inside. You still want to make sure that you're checking on elderly. Anybody that you think might need help, just go ahead and check on them.
Because if you thought it was cold this morning, it's going to be colder tomorrow.
That's exactly right. And to tell us more about that, John Holder joins us now in the EAN Weather Center. John?
Mike and Katie, it is not going to be colder tomorrow than it was today, but it is still not going to be warm across East Alabama. We have a frigid forecast up next.
For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
The average high today in East Alabama is 54 degrees. Our high today was almost half of that, 28 degrees. Our high today across East Alabama. That was after a morning low of 18. A lot of ice around, freezing rain, a little sleet, a few snow flurries today across East Alabama. Nowhere close to our record high temperature of 75 and our record low temperature 8 degrees. Days getting a little longer, 6:47 now. Your sunrise tomorrow morning with a sunset this afternoon at 4:59. Something that we don't say a whole lot here in Alabama at all is a wind chill advisory. You can probably count the number of times in your lifetime that we've seen that, but we've got one in effect from 8 o'clock tonight till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning for Henry Road in Anniston up on 10th Street Mountain. It's going to be cold up on the mountain. Our average low tonight is going to be 8 degrees. Wind chill values will be at 0. On some of the mountaintops, like Henry Road in Anniston, temperatures could be below 5 degrees with wind chill values below 0 overnight tonight. That is dangerous, and that's why we have the wind chill advisory in effect. Coming up tomorrow, weather on your street, taking you out to Singleton Road in White Plains. Going to be continued cold. It's going to be a lot warmer than it was today, but folks in Alabama, 37 is not warm. Plenty of sunshine. We'll take it about 9 degrees warmer than today, but again, a very cold day coming up. Keep in mind, a hard freeze warning is also in effect, and that will be in effect all the way until 10 o'clock coming up on your Wednesday morning. For the rest of the week, folks, we've got another Arctic blast coming. We've got more cold coming out to Keith Drive in Weaver. We'll briefly be into the upper 40s on Thursday, but then we're dropping back down into the teens for nighttime lows by the weekend. So don't let these somewhat warmer temperatures fool you out in Weaver and across the rest of Calhoun and Cleburne counties, because we're bringing more cold back. How cold is it going to be for the weekend? Here's the 7-day forecast. 49 will be our warm day coming up on Thursday after a morning low of 21. Then a changeable day on Friday. Keep in mind, we're going to have some rainfall in here Thursday night. This will not be during the daytime hours, either Thursday or Friday, but a 70% chance of rain in between here on Thursday night. That should be all rain, no frozen precipitation. But then look at Saturday. We wake up on Saturday morning to 13 degrees, a high on Saturday back at freezing again. And not much better on Sunday. A cold, clear weekend coming up. 15 degrees Sunday morning, a high on Sunday of only 43. But look at this big warm-up coming. By Monday, we're back in the 50s. Tuesday, we're back in the 60s. And by the middle part of next week, folks, we could be flirting with 70 degrees. I'm not kidding. 67, 68 degrees. That's the predicted high coming up for next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday as the pattern totally flips from extreme cold to extreme warmth. Let's take a look at that wind chill advisory that we have in effect. This is for pretty much I-20 northward, even below there. This is going to include Randolph and Clay counties and Talladega, all the way back over into the Birmingham metro, and then switching up to the I-22 corridor as we get into parts of Marion and Walker County, Fayette County, Winston County in this as well as the metro Birmingham area, and of course here in East Alabama, St. Clair, Etowah, Cherokee counties as well, in addition to us here in Calhoun and Cleburne. Again, that wind chill advisory, we're going to see winds kicking up tonight, 15 to 20 miles per hour. Combine that with the air temperature, and we're going to see dangerous wind chills of around 0 in most places. A lot of folks will be even below 0 tonight. So not a night to be outdoors. Stay inside if at all possible. I'll be back here tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. sharp for another cold breakfast forecast. Right now, though, we're going to talk Calhoun County Basketball Tournament. Namath Pitts has sports right now.
Thanks, John. The Calhoun County Basketball Tournament wrapped up day number 2 in the first round yesterday. We have the recap and highlights from yesterday. Let's start with Ohatchee. Emily Riddle scored 15 points, and Peyton Walker and Tabby Davison scored 9 points apiece to help the number 10 seed Ohatchee Indians score an upset over number 7 seed White Plains and give first-year coach Aaron Jackson a victory in his first Calhoun County tournament game. Coach Aaron Jackson was promoted after Bryant Ginn returned to Alexandria, his alma mater. White Plains, who is injury depleted, suffered its 12th consecutive loss. The Wildcats lost center Bella Higgins to a season-ending knee injury earlier this season, and Cassidy Arnold missed her second straight game after sustaining a knee strain at Cherokee County last week. Cooper Martin and Addie Bradley led the Wildcats with 10 points apiece. Martin hit 2 3-pointers as Ohatchee beat White Plains 44-35. Number 7 seed, the Weaver Bearcats, scored 22 of the final 25 points after number 10 seed Pleasant Valley took a 32-30 lead, and Weaver has now earned a shot at number 2 seed Anniston. Weaver's game-ending run came after Coach Bo Wynn called a timeout. Caden Gooden led Weaver with 18 points, including 4 3-pointers. He hit 3 threes in the first quarter. Keyshawn Allen added 16 points with 1 3-pointer, and Bryce Freeman led Pleasant Valley with 8 points, and Cooper Duggle added 6 as Weaver beat Pleasant Valley 52-35. The number 9 seed Walter Welburn's Anna Odom wasn't trying to outscore the number 9 seed Jacksonville Christian yesterday, but she did notice the scoreboard and scoring leaders a time or two. Odom wound up with 35 points in one of the tournament's top individual performances to date, including 16 points as Welburn outscored Jacksonville Christian Academy 19-0 in the decisive second quarter to lead 33-14 at halftime. Welburn also got 14 points from center Calla Hayes and 10 points from Michaela Williams while earning a second-round shot at top seed Anniston. Addie Lee led Jacksonville Christian Academy with 16 points, and Katie Beth Hudson added 16 as Welburn won 64-36. Christian Smith led the way with 11 points, and Josh Todd added 9 as the number 8 seed Sacs Wildcats earned a shot at top seed Oxford. Jordan Cameron led the Donahoe Falcons with 17 points, including 11 points in the fourth quarter. Bryce Downey added 10 points. The game marked Donahoe's head coach Coriel Beaver's latest attempt against his alma mater Sacs. He played under Charles Burkett at Sacs and helped the Wildcats win the Northeast Regional title back in 2005 and 2006. Sacs' win over Donahoe moves Coach Westgin's team on to the next round as they defeat the Falcons 46-36. Ava Pope scored a game-high 18 points, and Caleb Brothers added 12 points as the number 4 seed Piedmont Bulldogs ladies dominated Pleasant Valley. They advance now to play Alexandria. Alexa Cramner led Pleasant Valley with 7 points. The Raiders finished with 5 field goals, including 1 Cramner three-pointer. The first half, the Pleasant Valley Raiders were only 2 for 25 in the paint. But it would be Coach Shane Morrow in the Piedmont Bulldogs who defeat Pleasant Valley 48-21. Jalen Brown led 3 Piedmont players in double figures with 16 points, and number 6 seed Piedmont fought off number 11 seed Faith Christian after dominating the first half. Piedmont, which also got 15 points from Ishmael Bethel and 13 from Colton Proctor, led 25-8 after the first quarter and led 36-22 at halftime. But Faith Christian, which pushed eventual champion Oxford in a 55-49 loss in the tournament a year ago, battled back again this year in the second half. They were led by Connor Richard Hagen's 16 points, 14 points from Carson Harris, and the Lions closed to within 52-47 with 4 minutes to play and 57-53 with 1 minute left. But Glover from Piedmont was the latest first-year head coach to win his first Calhoun County Tournament game, joining Ohatchee's Kyle Wilson for the boys, Aaron Jackson, the Ohatchee girls, Sachs West Ginn, the boys, and Welburn's Ashlyn Dempsey, the girls. Number 5 seed, the Alexandria Valley Cubs, scored the game's first 16 points and coasted into a quarterfinal showdown where they will now face Piedmont. Samara Duncan led Alexandria with 14 points, and Alyssa Hunt added 13. Anna Kate Robertson led Faith Christian with 6 points as the Lions committed 26 turnovers. But on the upside, Allie Folsom made her first game appearance of the season for the Lions after coming off a knee injury that was suffered in the state volleyball tournament. Yesterday's game also marked Williams, the head coach for Faith Christian's first time at Jack State since he played football, where he's long remembered for catching a key 2-point conversion pass in the Gamecocks' 2010 win over Ole Miss, which of course has nothing to do with yesterday, as Alexandria won 56-21 over Faith Christian. Cam Allman and Carter Johnson led a balanced performance with 10 points apiece, and the number 5 seed White Plains Wildcats punched its ticket to the quarterfinals in a showdown with the number 4 seed Alexandria. Thanks to the threat of hazardous winter weather and a revised schedule, now the winner of Thursday's 2 quarterfinal games will have to play the semifinals later that same day. It was the thing that White Plains coach Chris Randall didn't count on when he fought for the 5th seed at the seeding meeting, meaning the Wildcats will now have to play a game before the quarterfinals, and then the top 4 seeds have byes. They will then have to, again, if they beat Alexandria, have to play Oxford. But now in terms of Ohatchee, Colby Hester led Ohatchee with 13 points. The Indians finished 1-1 in their first Calhoun County tournament under first-year head coach Kyle Wilson, as Chris Randall and the White Plains Wildcats defeat Ohatchee 66-32. The Calhoun County tournament games that were scheduled for today were postponed due to the threat of inclement weather. This means that Wednesday and Thursday will be long days at the Pete. Let's take a look at where the brackets stand heading into tomorrow. Let's start with the girls. And you see Anniston and Welborn will play tomorrow at 3 p.m. Piedmont and Alexandria will play tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Oxford and Ohatchee girls will play tomorrow at 12 p.m. And then the Jacksonville Golden Eagles and Weaver Bearcat girls will play tomorrow at 6 p.m. as all girl games will be tomorrow. Now let's take a look at the boys. Tomorrow will be Anniston versus Weaver at 1:30 and Jacksonville versus Piedmont at 4:30. The other side will be Thursday. We'll preview that tomorrow. And that's it for EAN Local Sports. Let's go back over to Mike and Katie.
Thanks for the update, Namath, and thank you for watching today.
You can find us here online every weekday on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram, and on our website, eastalabamanow.com. Just go to our video feed and watch us whenever it's convenient for you.
We'll see you back here Wednesday for your news on your schedule.